Hey guys, how's it going? Trace here once again. Today I bring you a bit of a different video. This is DayZ. Now DayZ is the complete opposite of COD. It is a very slow paced game. You have to wait out your enemy for sometimes 10-15 minutes. This is a survival, it's a kind of zombie apocalypse game. It was probably one of the first successful ones out there. It's a mod for Arma 2. It's a really fun game to play. It's very hard on your own, especially to start up. But on the server I'm playing on at the moment in this gameplay, it's a PvP server, so it's very PvP orientated. So you start off with a random weapon, which I started off with an AK-74, I believe, which I have here at the moment. I think my debug monitor in the top right says I may have one kill or one zombie kill. I think it's one zombie kill at the moment, because the zombies in this mod at least are a little bit... Well, they're probably one of the base patches. They're still really, really glitchy and everything like that, whereas this mod's really based on, as I said, PvP. But yeah, so here I am at the top of pretty much Sniper Mountain, which is at the back of Electro. This is where everyone likes to camp. I was just up here looking for some snipers to kill, get some easy kills, but I couldn't see anyone. So I decided to head down this left-hand side here, down to Skaliski. Skaliski Island's about 3 to 4 kilometres. It actually is in normal range, like the scale is right. It's about 3 to 4 kilometres up the road here. Just searching around a little bit. But you end up going to Skaliski because in this version of the mod at least, there's a bridge to Skaliski Island, and a lot of people like to go there, especially when there's a fair few people on the server. So I just thought I'd go there and get some easy kills, and as you'll see later on in the video, it works out really, really well. So here I'm just checking all these back buildings, checking all the spawns, because I pretty much know most of the Electro spawns by now, just by playing this PvP server so much, because I have died a fair bit. Just, you got to double check everything. There's a lot of vehicles in this server as well, but a lot of them are missing parts, and toolboxes are kind of rare. Because of course, if you want to ever repair a car, most of them are missing wheels here. Wheels aren't a rare item at all. They're always in industrial sites and things like that, so you can easily, if you've got a toolbox, put that onto your car and you're ready to go. So this is an industrial building just here, and I thought I'd show one of the mechanics for you guys that don't know anything about DayZ. If you see down the bottom right, there's like a drink bottle icon, and it's kind of an orangey red colour, and there it just changed to green. You do have hunger and thirst in this game, so you need, you can get cans of Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, things like that. And for food, there's lots of food available. And here I was wondering, is that a spawn or what? I wasn't real too sure. And I end up heading up there, as you'll see in the next part of the footage, and there's a helicopter there, but it's completely wrecked. If you can't tell, you just look at the windows and all the windows are smashed. Helicopter won't take off unless it's fully repaired, and a helicopter takes a lot of repairs. So here I'm still on my way to Skaliski Island. This is about 2 kilometres out from Skaliski. Just make my way up, and as you can see, that helicopter's destroyed as well, but I thought this was someone's car because it seemed a bit weird for a spawn. But if you see here, both front wheels are missing, and I checked the gear inside and there's no gear, so it's a fresh spawn of a car, and I'd need 2 wheels to repair it, but everything else on it is pretty good. But I don't end up getting it in the end. I just don't feel I need it. So I make my way back down to where I first was heading, down to Skaliski Island, and if I've been reading the chat for a little bit, for probably 5 minutes, and there's been 2 guys saying they're coming over to Skaliski Bridge. And I wasn't paying too much attention. I was kind of scratching my nose a little bit. And all of a sudden, they make the crossing. And I was like, oh, shit, I've got to get up there. And I was probably, 70 metres to 100 metres out from the bridge. And they were already halfway across the bridge. So I start bolting over the bridge as fast as I can. I didn't care what was around me. Just trying to get these 2 idiots. Because you don't type in side chat where you're going to be. So as you can see here, I try to line up a shot, which is probably around 200 metres. And I couldn't make it. I didn't have the confidence in myself, so I started to creep forward. I run after them, but if you read in the chat, somewhere about now, he says, look behind us. And so I dive into prone and just take some pot shots at him. I actually do end up getting one of them. He loses about 8,000 blood. You have 12,000 blood in total if you see in the debug monitor in the top right. I do end up getting a couple of shots on one of him, but his mate ends up bandaging him and giving him a blood bag, which really annoyed the crap out of me. I thought I was going to get the kill here. I thought I had some good shots on him, but I didn't quite know the distance, and still, there's too much mouse acceleration in this game for a little bit, so I'm really hoping in the standalone alpha, which will be released pretty soon, that there will be, that'll be optimized a lot better. I have heard good reports and watching the dev blogs and things like that. It's extremely fun. and it looks extremely exciting. But you end up missing the pot shots here at him, and there's only one way on and off Skalisky unless you swim across, but swimming takes about 10 minutes. So the only way is this bridge. So I decide, you know what, server's about to restart, and this is a zombie here. As you can see, they're severely glitched, like he just got stuck on the bridge, there's why he stopped running. But I do end up shooting a zombie in a second because some other guy just decides to announce in the chat that he's coming towards Skalisky Bridge, and I was like, oh, right. What the hell is going on here? So I think it might pop up in the chat right now. He says like, oh, I'm at Skalisky Bridge or near Skalisky Island or something. And I was like, oh, well, I just happen to be near there, so I'll take a look. So I'm hiding in this tree here, like looking for him, and I couldn't see shit. I'm like, there's no guy near the bridge. There's no guy near the bridge. And then all of a sudden, I hear this thing along the road. And you'll see him in a second. I hear footsteps coming along the road, and I don't know why people run along the road. It's the loudest thing. You should crouch walk through the grass if you're trying to be silent, but this guy just was pretty overconfident. You see him, he's in a ghillie suit with a DMR. There he is right there, and he's completely oblivious. Can't believe he would tell people where he is and then just run away. So a couple of shots into the back. Should take about 3 to 4 shots to drop him, but with mass server lag as well, you got to account for that. And this is a freaking zombie here, and they keep smashing you in the face until you kill them, or you can hide in a pine tree to get rid of the zombie aggro. It works pretty well like that. But if the zombie's still coming for him, to decide the safe thing to do is take him out. And you see they're very glitched. There we go, bang, he's done. This guy here, in this mod, you can also take his clothing, so I decided to take his ghillie suit, his DMR, which is a sniper rifle, which is a very nice sniper rifle. It's a 2-shot kill sniper, unless you hit him in the head, of course. Any weapon in this game is a 1-shot headshot. So there's 3 mags for that, pretty nice. Take his Cody backpack, which is one of the biggest backpacks in the game. Put my AK in that, so now I have 2 weapons, 2 fairly efficient weapons, and that little bug right there, that's what happens every time you change uniform. So if you get enough kills, you actually get a thing called a bandit outfit. Now a bandit outfit is after you kill about 3 people, your humanity goes down and you end up getting a tower wrapped around your head. But for some reason it's glitched in this mod and you become a super bandit straight away, so you get the bandit outfit as well as the tower, whereas generally, like you saw the survivor outfit I was originally in, you would just have a tower around your head instead of that hat that I had on. I'm just picking up all his gear here. He's got some food, blood bags, all the necessities that you need. This game's all about scavenging. And I thought it was quite funny here. I think I'll pick it up in a sec. He had rangefinders. I've never seen rangefinders on this server, so I thought he was a bit of a hacker. So I couldn't quite work out. I didn't know if he was a hacker or if, he was just lucky and he'd been up to the Northwest Airfield, which is where all the high loot is, and got a couple of things there. End up getting a silenced M9 SD, which is an extremely good pistol. Hide his body here so that any gear that I've left on it, no one else can have. I'm selfish like that. And the server's about to restart in under a minute, so I quickly run across the road and go hide in the bushes. And the server time's out. As you see, this is my special Skalisky hiding bush, the one I was originally in when chasing those guys across the bridge. I just hide in this tree right here. Oh, no, hang on. That's right, I'll move up a little bit to change tree just in case, because a lot of people hide in the tree that I usually hide in. So here, the server's restarted, and I come in a couple of minutes later because I was doing a couple of things, coming a little bit too late. And the guy I actually killed with the DMR, he ends up spawning about 5-10 minutes up the road. So at about this time now, for some reason he comes running along straight across the Skalisky Bridge. I don't know if he announces or not in the chat, but like he just comes flying along Skalisky, along the coast of Skalisky, and just you'll see him in a sec. Like here I'm peeking at, and bang, here he is, starts shooting, and I'm wondering what the hell is he shooting at, because the guys aren't coming across the bridge. This guy's just running along. You see him here to the right in a second. Where is he? There he is. You gotta have extremely good monitor. Bang, bang. Stops enough. And there he is. And the funny thing was, I run along here because once you kill a person, you never go straight up to their body. You watch it for a couple of minutes. But here, it's a PvP server. I just wanted his AKM mag to put with my AK. So I changed that to my AK just in case there's any short range battles, you know, someone else comes and tries to loot the body or someone spots me. So head over to his body and end up stealing his magazine. Right, so I put this clip in the video specifically to show you guys some other things you can do in the game other than just hunt people. If you can't see down there to the right, there's a wild boar. So I changed that to my M9 SD so that no one can hear me in the forest and take him out. And this is another way of survival. So if you guys don't pick up blood bags, because in order to give yourself a blood bag, you also need a knife. But you also need a knife to gut this animal as well. So if you don't have any blood bags on you, you can go into the forest as long as you have some matches, a hatchet, and a knife. So here, gut the animal. Then you can take off him. At the moment, he has raw bacon on him. You need to cook it. So I add that into my bag. And then you go up to a tree. You go back into your inventory and down in like your little toolbar, which is down the bottom of your inventory screen. I'll do it here in a sec to show you guys. Go up to this tree. Get down to your toolbar. You right click on the hatchet and you go harvest wood. Wood will then be placed into your inventory if you have some room. If not, it won't allow you to do this action. Each action is the exact same. They haven't really coded a different action for each thing you do. So every time you gut an animal, you chop down a tree, you fix a car wheel, you use the same action because, of course, this is just a mod. This isn't a standalone game. It will be a standalone game soon. That's why I thought I'd show you guys some of this footage, try and get you into it, try and get a couple of you to play some DayZ. It's pretty fun. It's enjoyable even to play on your own. And it really gets your heart racing in the end. So here I'm just building my fireplace. Decided to build it behind this pine tree so that no one can see me from the road. The only way I can really be seen is from the left or right or the hill above me, which a lot of people don't go because I'm kind of here in the middle of nowhere. I just ran into the forest about 1 kilometre up. So first you build the fireplace with the wood. So you right click on the wood, build fireplace. And then you use your scroll menu, which is your little scroll ball on your mouse. Scroll down and then click light fire. So here I accidentally stuff up. I had to put the bacon. You have to put the bacon in your inventory. You can't cook it out of your bag, so I had to get rid of a couple of things. Just chuck them on the ground. You can pick them back up. Open up my bag. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to put them in my bag, but yeah, open up bag, transfer the bacon across. And here I was trying to find the cooked bacon, the cooked meat option. And instead I accidentally ate the meat. And if you eat raw meat, you can end up being infected, which means that you have to find antibiotics, which are generally only in hospitals. There's a few hospitals around because on this version of the mod, there's a lot of extra buildings, like a lot of extra barracks to find some high value loot and things like that. But yeah, so pretty much cooking the meat here, so extra bacon. So I've got, a bit of extra blood. I think they give you about 800 blood each. So, it's not bad for your total. You take a couple. What's that? I got 4 there, so that's 2,400 blood. That's enough to get me going, and you'll see why you need blood later on here. I think it's about the last clip I've got in here. I end up coming across a guy, and he drops me right down to 500 blood. So I almost die because of this encounter. So there I'm just putting out the fire so that no one can see it, so no one knows where I am. Try to cook that meat as quick as possible and get the hell out of there. Eat a bit of it just to bring my blood back up to almost 1,200. And then I put the rest in my bag for later on. Got to keep as much food and drink on you as possible. Really helps you out. And of course, it stops that bar on the right hand side, because once that begins flashing for about 10 minutes, then you start losing blood as well. So blood is really the key here. And I spot this ute up here, and I went and checked it, and it didn't have any. So it was a fresh spawn. I thought it could have been someone who was hiding on the Sniper Mountain where I first started in this video, but it wasn't. So I was pretty happy about that. So here I'm just checking I'm back here at a Sniper Mountain, starting to make my way along, and I see a body. Can you see it just a little bit to the right of where my scope is? And since I've been sprinting, my aim's going to be off until I calm down a little bit. But it ends up just being a zombie body. So I just check all the top rooftops of buildings of Electro. I don't want to stay here too long. And I'm just trying to work out the zoom, see how far I can zoom in. Haven't quite worked out all the controls for this game, even though I have been playing it a fair bit. But I forget most of the time. So here, check the rooftops, check the top of apartments. This building is generally not in Electro in the normal mod, but it's an extra building. So I check here, check the industrial site, and I check the top of the fire station. Fire station's where usually you find some pretty good loot, like an AK if you don't have one, or some AK mags. It's really good. Here, that's the church, and over the back there, That's the industrial site. That's where you can get toolboxes, engine parts, things like that, things to fix up your cars and helicopters and stuff like that. But of course, a lot of people go there in the end. And in this mod, especially a toolbox, you can actually make it into a push bike. And then if you find some engine parts and some scrap metal, I believe, you can then turn it into a motorbike. So if you guys would like to see some more DayZ, I will definitely, I'll show you making a motorbike and, some car play. I'll get into a car. We'll try and get a helicopter together. It may take a couple of hours to get all the parts together just to show you guys. But yeah, I can get a helicopter going. Get that all, fly around the map, show you guys. It's got an M240 machine gun on each side, so it's pretty powerful. It'll mow you down. But yeah, I know this gameplay is quite slow and you guys might be getting bored with it, but I just wanted to try and show you as many aspects as I could of DayZ. Just it's not high paced, it's not that thrilling, but when you come up against a guy, like one guy, if you see down here to the right, I end up seeing a guy and I follow him up the road for a good probably 1.5 kilometers back up towards Skaliski. End up following him. So this is probably 3-4 hours worth of gameplay, all knocked into about a 17-minute video. So there's a lot of stuff, that doesn't happen. There's a lot of tedious stuff like collecting gear and things like that, which if I make another video, if you guys would like to see more, I definitely won't show. But yeah, so I can't find this guy. I lost him. I thought he was over to the right-hand side of the ridge. And can you see him? Can you see him? There he is. I'm like, oh crap, and end up missing. My aim's off really bad, so I prone down and he does see me, and lucky he's hitting the ridge here. Put a couple of shots through. I'm just no-scoping the absolute shit out of him, and he's got a lot of good shots on me. And I put more shots into him here, and I'm like, yep, he's dead, he's good. He's dead. And as you can see, I have about 500 to 600 blood here at the moment, and this is what happens. You can't see, your screen goes all blurry, so you need to bandage yourself first, because if you see the little blood icon in between the food and the drink, it's flashing and there's a little down arrow on the left-hand side of it. That means that you are severely bleeding, so you need to patch yourself up with a bandage as soon as possible. Bandages can be found pretty much in most buildings. So I patch myself up. I give myself a blood bag as well. You can self-blood bag on this server, which is really convenient. Otherwise, I'd have to just eat a lot of meat. And I go to check his gear here. And look, you see that? He's not dead. I was like, what the crap? I seriously thought I had put enough bullets in him to kill 20 people. Because as you guys remember, I said this gun was a 2-hit kill, and it is. But for some reason there, the hit detection is not the greatest on this game. There's a lot of negative mouse acceleration and things like that that really put you at a disadvantage. And this game is not very well optimized. So as you can see, my frame rate's probably around about 50 frames. And when I go into Electro, it's lucky to get to a 30. So anyway, guys, that's the end of my first DayZ episode. I did make a DayZ Taviana episode when I first started my YouTube channel, but it wasn't that exciting. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to see more DayZ, definitely leave a comment and smash that like button so I know, and I'll make it a lot more killing and a lot less hunting and things like that. Anyway, I've been DayZ and I'm out. See ya.